Alright, in today's video, I'm going to be using the famas and giving you my setup for it. So this is, I'm going to be using the burst famas. A lot of the guides out there are for the auto famas, and I think that the burst deserves some love. Because I see a lot of people using this gun, especially in Prestige 0. So I thought, you know what, let's make a video on it, because I have 1,800 kills on the gun, and you know what, might as well make a video on it, since I've enjoyed using it so much. Now, the FAMAS is a one burst to the head, which is actually very helpful in close range. And with some recoil control, the burst is laser accurate. Like, it can actually take long range fights. Now, I could probably take a long range fight because I'm not used to using the iron sights. I wanted to use the iron sights so I wanted to use them in place of sleight. I wanted to use sleight of hand in place of the irons. And I think sleight of hand is nice to have on this gun because its reload always felt sort of slow, but I could get by with it because it was really fun to use. Like, you will get a lot of hit markers with a burst, but it will kill very easily. Like, you know, because if you hit 4 shots to the torso with the FAMAS, it's a kill. Like, the fact that you don't have to hit all your shots with it. You can hit 4 out of the 6 shots in a 2 burst, you know, and still kill a person. Now, I think it may be a 2 burst on the limbs, though. I could be wrong, though. Well, if it could probably deal around, like, maybe a 3 burst, but that would make sense, you know. I'm just kind of trying to think of something in my head for that, but I don't think I'm going to be getting 200 kills in this recording, so I don't think I'll be able to reach that second kill camo, which, that's fine with me. I'll probably get it sometime, and maybe show it off in a video or at some point. But that's when I make another FAMAS video, which I may make a few videos on this gun, since it is one of my favorite guns in the game right now. It's fun, it's accurate, and it gets kills. Although I've kind of noticed that if you may have to play a bit more slowly with this gun sometimes, because you know, some people, definitely fast-firing guns, like especially close range, you know, a Vector and other close-range guns like that will kill you quite easily in close range, especially if you don't hit those headshots. So you gotta watch out for that, because a lot of people out-fire rate you in this game. And I guess other guns are a 3-shot head. Like, as you can see, this person using the M16. Yeah, the M16 is a 3-shot head, which actually can combat like some of the slower shooting gun. So without the auto mod, which I may make a video on, this is one of the slower shooting weapons that is really powerful, decently accurate. With the auto mod, it jumps to like a very fast fire rate AR that's made for like close to medium range. This can be used at long range, especially with the marksman barrel, because increased damage range, you're going to be hitting that headshot damage is going to extend a bit farther, the 1 burst to the head. Because it does 57 damage to the head, meaning you still have a bit of extra range after you reach your max damage. It may not be very much, but it's still useful. And I'm pretty sure you can put on monolithic suppressor with this barrel and have even more damage range. Oh, almost got knifed there. I don't know if I was hit by the knife, but I think I was very close to getting knifed. I see a lot of that these days, just people running around with a knife trying to knife you. And it feels very weird to me. Like, why not use a gun? You just cannot damage most people anyway. I say that, then die to the knife. I usually once if you just keep knifing, your KR isn't gonna be exactly the best, because you know, if you have a fast firing gun, most people will kill you very quickly. I may equip a sight on this gun in a bit, because I do like the iron sights on this gun, but I'd kind of rather use a sight on this a bit of extra range. Yeah, sleight of hand is useful, but I kind of want to use a sight now. Yeah, this one. I like using the smaller sights just because of that increased ADS speed, so you can actually ADS a bit faster. And they look decent on your gun. They don't block a lot of your view. Especially like the EOTech ones. Oh, I think they're called holographic sights. Like Razor holographic sight or whatever. They can block a lot of your view when aiming down sights. Then again, they block almost as much like a scope does. And I have to run here because like I can't take a hit. All right, he spawned behind there. Ooh. If I could aim, this thing has really good hip fire, so I could. It's a bit easier, but the fire is down to RNG, and I'm not gonna hit a shot there. And it doesn't matter. I can just rush up and get it. I find that it just kind of sounds very satisfying to hit all three birth, especially when you get the kill. All right. Oh, that's a teammate. Of course. Just what I. Ah, man. If I didn't down sights, I probably could have gotten that, or maybe not. Doesn't matter now. All right, let's just drop down here. Oh man. Huh, G36C. Yeah, it's. I think, if I remember correctly, yeah, the auto mod's damage is actually very similar to the G36C's close range damage. Don't know about the long range though, because I didn't pay too much. I haven't used the G36C in a long time. I see a lot of people use this gun over the G36C in the low range, the low levels, like, and I see why. It's because I think a lot of times you just won't find the gun that you like in those low levels, and you just have. I think there's generally a weapon for everyone out there, you know. But even in the lower levels, you know, there's you have your UMP and famas with their a bunch of attachments, and even the M16, which I don't know how much you would consider the low weapon. That's kind of low weapon. I think that's all just opinion at that point. But yeah, then you have your fast fire rate ones, your P90, your FMG9, and also you get your first machine pistol, which I don't think I'm using. I'm only using in one of my setups. Is it loadout 2? Yes, it is. Alright. I don't care what map it is, honestly. As long as I kind of want to see some close range stuff. TDM. I do not want to do randomizer, then I have to cut footage. Because then if you get randomizer while you're recording, it's kind of not fun, since you have to leave the lobby and then find a new lobby and make some cuts. But yeah, because randomizers isn't fun to me anymore. Like, I'll have a gun I want to use, you know, like the, say, you know, M16 famas, you know, even when I was grinding for camos on the DSR 50, like, you'd get randomizer and you're like, ugh, I really don't want to play this, because I want to grind my camos out. I see the appeal of randomizer. You get guns that you don't have, but the setups are honestly terrible. Like, I'll see stuff like Chris Vector with like a lightweight scope. Yeah, you're not hitting your shots with that thing without hit. You have to hip fire, because trying to control the recoil on that's very hard. I see the appeal and I get it, but I just don't like playing it. It's just like this one person talking in chat right now. I have no idea what's going on though. Recoil control, I think I'm gonna talk about recoil control for this gun because it's needed. If you want a super accurate burst, like with compensator and angled grip, I wanted to get them like the least amount of horizontal recoil in my burst. So now it's literally just a straight line when you burst. Yeah, and if you pull down, you know, I'm not the best at controlling recoil, but you're generally gonna hit someone with that. Like, the marksman barrel and padded stock are just made to increase your recoil control, so I recommend using those in the burst mode, and even in the auto mode, if you don't want to use the padded, use the marksman barrel at the least in auto mode. Like, because you want more damage on it. You're gonna need that. So more damage range means better damage all around, sort of all around. Because you want to take some long range fights with this one gun. Because it can do that. Although there aren't many long range maps, because in this game I don't necessarily know how to describe long range as much as others. But this gun is definitely, FAMAS is definitely sorted for all types of ranges, depending on what you use it in. Even in burst mode, it can still be used at close range. It can be a bit tricky, but still, I think it's a very good all-around gun, honestly. If you don't like burst, you can put it in auto mode, and then boom, you got yourself a 900 fire rate AR. Hey, I don't want to use the auto mode in this video because that's not the purpose of it. It's kind of to show off the burst mode, since I see a lot of low people who just unlocked the FAMAS using the burst, but I know a lot of people just switch to the auto mode. I'm not gonna say I didn't, because I definitely did, but I still think that the burst deserves some more appreciation, because it's really fun to use and really good. It feels quite satisfying to me to hit all your shots with it. Oof. Yeah, I think about 2 more lives. See how that goes. See what I can do with that. I actually can't. I can't vault over that. Oh man, there we go. Sometimes a bit finicky what you can vault over. On this map though, there's a lot you can vault over. Like this wall right here. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of funny just seeing people scale buildings like that. I saw someone on Mayday. They just ascended all the way to the top of the tower on the plane wing, and it was just like the funniest thing to me. I don't know why. This is how they just started jumping and right up to the top. It's very weird. Because you're definitely gonna hear that like vaulting sound, which I guess it's a bit finicky, but there's some objects I just don't think I could be able to jump over, and then boom. Oh, is that a DS? Is he using a TSR? I kind of heard something similar to it. Perhaps maybe he is, like. Oh no, that's a knife, nice as a knife. Don't know why he was doing that. He could have killed me if he shot us. Oh no. Yep, that was a bit of a bad spot. I have no idea what's on with that, but okay, I think you just have to. I guess you just have to slide through those. I think honestly, I'm surprised how much fun I've had with this gun. It's just a very fun gun to use, and it's quite good. So, I mean, I don't think it takes that long to get this gun. So, you can definitely quite easily get this gun, and I mean, it does take a bit of playtime because leveling up in this game does take quite a bit of time, but still. Honestly, I think I've said most everything I wanted to say in this video. Like, I've used the burst, I've shown it off, I've kind of given it a bit of spotlight. Although I think a lot of people are using the LMG mags, which I don't. It's kind of nice shooting off 51 rounds into some person, but I still think I like the more mobility, honestly, and better reload. the FAMAS reload is bad, but with the bigger mags, it is. Like, I mean, that's the design of them. You know, you got yourself a 50-round mag. You know, you're not going to be reloading it as fast as the 31, which that definitely is a DSR. He's doing a strat A. I see a lot of people do that. You know, you get a sniper G18 and then get whatever knife you want, and people just rush into fights like that. Thing is, it works, so not many of them are gonna stop. He just rushed in there with a knife. I almost was close to dying there. Like, you know, get knifed in the back. That's it, you know. I know a lot of you're gonna see a lot of people using the knife, you know, and then just gotta watch out for that, because they're very persistent. I know that, like, you know, you can get them down to like 1 HP and they'll still chase right after you. Hey, they got dedication, that's for sure. Alright. I finally died. Survived many close encounters there, but finally did. Alright, I think that's it. I will see you guys in the next video.